Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of
The Skooled Zone.
So when we last left off, we finished the second half of the backyard. It was actually a lot to cover, I was surprised. And we completed our first mission, got some pretty good stats, and now we're headed back to the Hound Pit's pub. If I remember correctly, Sam's going to start talking, so we'll go ahead and let him start his little speech here.
Admiral Havelock and Lord Pendleton are in the courtyard. I expect they'll want to congratulate you.
Awesome. So she's waiting to talk to us because I think we saved her uncle. And before we do that, I'm just going to save real quick. Okay. So here's a cool little bit of metagaming, so to speak, I could tell you about. Callista here is voiced by Lena Headey. Game of Thrones fans will probably recognize that name as the one who plays Cersei Lannister. Loving that show. All right, let's see what she's got to say.
He's alive. Thank you, Corvo, thank you. My uncle's a good man, and one day he'll prove it. Here. I know you did this for the right reasons, but I want you to take this as a reward. It's an old heirloom one of my aunts gave me.
Well, that was nice of her. 100 coins. Wasn't a rune, but hey, I'll take it. Alright, so we are supposed to go up here and talk to these Loyalists, they call them here, but before we do that, I'm just going to take a quick peek around here and see if there's anything else we can do. Maybe head up and talk to Piero.
There is something to you, isn't there? You went and spanked the High Overseer in his own house.
Indeed.
I hope the tools I designed for you function to your satisfaction. The fact that I am standing here and talking to you affirms that this is true. In several ways.
Alright, well, let's chat with him real quick. Before we do, actually, speaking of voice actors...
The serum is not a simple formula. It reacts to a wide variety of variables: light, temperature, turbulence. I concede that Sokolov's mixture has a more predictable nature. Can I be of service to you?
You can, but before we do that, he was just going to keep talking if I if I followed him around. So anyway, I was talking about voice actors. Piero is actually voiced by Brad Dourif. If we have any Deadwood fans in the audience, he played Doc Cochran. Deadwood is another great show I used to watch religiously. I gotta hand it to HBO for being on top of their game these last several years. Although, Netflix is quickly catching up. Thumbs up if you've ever seen Daredevil. Alright, let's pick up some upgrades here. You tell I'm just a total geek. Alright, we got some awesome things here. Let's pick those up immediately. Head over to upgrades and down to mask optics. So this is the extra magnification I've been wanting. And a little improved armor can never hurt. So I've been using this sleep dart in combat quite a bit. So let's go ahead and pick up this, make it a little quicker. Since we have some money to spend this time. And grenade capacity I think would be worth it. Although we don't seem to be maxing out on that much. But we do seem to be maxing out on bolts. So let's go ahead and pick this up. And then head over and see what we can grab from over here. A couple extra sleep darts wouldn't hurt. We're pretty good on the rewire tools, but let's definitely grab a couple more grenades. That should be good. And a few more crossbow bolts. That's good. Okay, so we'll pick up the rest of this stuff next time after we've scavenged and foraged for lots of loot. Alright, thanks, Piero. Now we can head over and... Actually, before we do that, let's see if there's anybody else we can talk to real quick. Because that's going to sort of start our mission.
The Admiral was right in recruiting you. Nothing's been the same since the Lord Regent took power. But at least Campbell's gone and my uncle lived.
If this is going to work,
They started talking. All right, well, let's go listen to him.
all of his key allies. You know that.
Yes. Hopefully the High Overseer is the first step.
You did it. Somehow you took down the High Overseer Campbell against the odds. I knew you were our man, Corvo. With Campbell gone, we've hurt the Lord Regent immeasurably. And with Martin back, we'll have the finest strategist alive.
The Lord Regent must be shitting himself in Dunwall Tower.
Yes, and Campbell's journal, let's not forget. Our hope is that in these encoded pages, the location and condition of Emily Kaldwin can be discovered. Our entire movement will mean nothing if we can't place the rightful heir on the throne. We must act fast. No doubt the Lord Regent is holding Emily somewhere, waiting to reveal her, to step out as the hero and further cement his regency.
If he doesn't bring the young lady forth soon, there will be infighting among the nobles as to who should succeed the Empress.
Looks like he's shooting confetti.
Yes, time is against us. But now you should take a well-earned rest, Corvo. We will decipher the contents of the High Overseer's journal and share them with you later.
All right, so we are not going to go to sleep just yet. We want to do just a bit more exploring around. But I do want to mention, he used the word regency. Regency means, basically it means a council of regents. So let's pick not just yet. And I'd hoped to let them finish their introductory speech, but if you get too close to them, it sort of sucks you into their mission dialogue, and then you can't really hear what they have to say.
Welcome back, Master Corvo.
Well, thanks.
I know your sort. Most of my men that'd been in Coldridge Prison. Well, they had a bit of a rough side to them. I've made my mistakes.
She welcomes us back and then insults us. All right, so let's see what he's got to say.
We'll have to find Emily soon. With Campbell out of play, they're likely to move her.
Okay. A couple of things sort of got refilled or added. Some hemlock. Read that. That's in the next room. Let's read Pendleton's Family Crisis. Cousin Anna, Morgan and Custis continue to resist my efforts and are no longer responding to my letters. The servants tell me they've been absent from the manor for some weeks. My brothers have always been arrogant, utterly convinced of their own certainty, and they don't really give two figs for anyone else in the world, unless they want something and can't take it outright. Sounds like some psychopaths. But this disagreement over the upcoming parliamentary vote has reached a crisis point. Up until now, the Lord Regent has been somewhat restrained in his authority, at least where the holdings of the gentry have been concerned. Gentry basically means the aristocracy or the upper class, I guess you could say. If Morgan and Custis vote in his favor, the law will be changed and we will be at risk, aristocracy or not. I implore you, which means to urgently beg, if you know where they are, to speak with them. Lord Trevor Pendleton. Alright, they're having a conversation downstairs, but we sort of missed that.
Never mind that. Lord Pendleton ought to be shown the respect he deserves.
Maybe not.
He doesn't require it, but he notices.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
But even so, have you forgotten we may soon be guarding a future Empress? You will be in the presence of the most important person in the entire known world, and you don't know how to curtsy.
But she's just a child, and she's not even here. No one knows where she is.
Well, our masters are just the people to find her, I'll have you know. Please learn your manners before then.
Yeah, we don't see people curtsying anymore. I think that's probably fairly old-fashioned. Maybe even sexist, I don't know. In some circles, it might not be.
Sometimes I wonder if the plague is just going to go on and on and on and kill everyone ever, and it's the end of the world. Think of that.
Oh, man. It's making me hungry.
If the city watch breaks in, I know what I'll do. I know how not to be noticed.
I think that's up here. No, it's in there. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and head upstairs and get some rest. Loving that distance. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a little shut-eye. And I'll jump cut for you. Okay, so we got a new little mission. Before we do, I saw a couple of things out here we can grab. Yep. There's some ore. Look like king sparrow feathers. Yep. And it's funny when you play this game, you can recognize the things by shape.
It is every citizen's duty to report treasonous speech and actions. The state depends on you.
Okay, awesome. So now we can blood from the eyes. It sounds fun. Alright, so let's chat with these homies.
Hello, Corvo.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Corvo. I expect Martin will be joining us shortly. I hate to start your day with such a strange matter, but the servants heard something last night, moving through the storm drains beneath the building. Most likely a weeper, the poor bastard. There's no hope for them once the plague gets that far along. Nothing more than a shuffling corpse full of sickness and insects, if you ask me. I'd appreciate you investigating, just to be sure it's not a nosy guardsman that's getting too close. Here's a key to the hatches. I'd send a servant down there, but they'd die of fear on the spot, I'm afraid. Maybe Piero can concoct some sort of sleep poison for your crossbow if you want to go that route.
Alright, so we're pretty stocked up from Piero, so let's go ahead and head down here and investigate these weepers. See some coins in that boat. Yeah, these are hagfish eggs, which would technically be a form of caviar, right? Okay, so I think that's the way we're gonna head out. So let's go ahead and keep on creeping over here. Alright, now unfortunately we gotta take her out because These are Weepers, and they're kind of already far gone. Oh, we can use a bullet. We hardly ever shoot anybody. Okay, so that wasn't too hard. There's a few things over here we can check out. Like a rune. You know what that means? We can pick up Devouring Swarm. Alright, this is going to be a lot of fun. It takes 4 runes to get the more advanced one, but we're probably going to pick up Possession and Bend Time before we do that. See what this note has to say. I'm sorry, but I won't be here for the next meeting. Or ever again, for that matter. What happened here was unnatural and makes me sick to recall. I left the result of our labors here for you to keep, but I expect that the rats will consume it before you return. Goodbye. Okay, then. A couple more things over here. Alright, some more of that caviar. And, another rune. How fortuitous. Alright, I don't think there's anything down here. Yeah. Alright, so let's head on back upstairs. Okay, we are good.
You went down there in the sewers?
I did.
I thought I heard a Weeper in there earlier. You're probably the bravest man I've ever met.
Well, thank you.
Overseer Martin has arrived. He's with Admiral Havelock now. They want to talk to you.
Okay. So we sort of accomplished our little mission there. Got a couple of runes, and when we pick up in the next episode, we are going to run up and talk to these guys and start our next mission. A short but sweet one. Thanks again for joining. Hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.